Let us all take a deep breath now. By the fact that you've intended to be here in this moment already, there has been a convergence of so many different dynamics, levels of consciousness, thought forms, all probability, all possibilities, converging in this singularity. Because, beloveds, you have chosen, and we say the word chosen, to be here in this moment, which in its deepest, deepest sense, beloved, it is your yearning, your loving, your caring of the divine. You see, beloveds, there is that part of you that has always been there, always, since the beginning of the Ancient of Days. Because the emanation of the first thought, the emanation of the first creation, has been love. And so it expresses itself in many, many different ways, but it is also this love that has given a variety of opportunities regarding different experiences meaning different choices. And so in this eternal moment, in this moment, it is a choice that you have made to be here in this moment, to do what you can, to offer the light that you have. And beloveds, your most beautiful, powerful heart. For indeed, it is the heart that leads in these things. And we want to say to you, you all have the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love. And all that encompasses: kindness, caring, supporting, helping. But we want to say to you, beloveds, you understand too, that indeed it is in these choices, your choice of love, which is the fundamental foundation of where you stand and move forward into the vision of a new world. For you see, you hold the frequency and amplify it. And it is in the amplification of this love that you are able to hold and keep for this sacred planet and beyond. For the love of the divine means you must be of love. We repeat, the love of the divine means you must be love. The love of the divine means you must be love. And we say to you, there is your victory. There is your armor of the light. There is the power that you hold. We understand that coming into a world in a density that you are not as familiar with, perhaps there are some who's acclimated to it better than others, but nonetheless, there is this deep cosmic memory that you hold, that you realize and you know there is something far more sublime, You sense and know the paradise worlds and the crystalline worlds, for you have experienced it. You indeed, beloveds, have experienced unconditional love. You hold that within you. It is something that is undescribable in human terms, but you hold it in you. Indeed, all humanity has that. Some, of course, has withdrawn or become so archaic it hardly glitters. But for you, beloveds, you are holding and amplifying this love. It is the amplification of the love that will spark others. Their flame may be low and almost seems snuffed out, but it is not. For every human holds the potential for this radiant light, for the light that moves and clears all distortions, all imbalances, all fears, and it heals all things. But indeed, you realize, beloveds, because of the interconnectedness, because all is one ultimately, that your choice, the whole light, your choice, the whole, the original thought, the original creation of unconditional love, your thought to radiate that is like a match that lights so many other matches. So we come together, beloveds, here right now in this moment, as we breathe together the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And we feel the frequency and energy of this love that you know in the deepest parts of your being, this love that has bring a sublime and beauty and joy, a joy that is undescribable. And we say to you here now that yes, in this path you currently walk within a 3-density world, some of this may become obscure, a distant memory. But it is time to bring this into the forefront, into the great cosmic memory of your radiance and the radiance that you have been a part of and that you continue to be. But now to bring that radiance and to amplify the love that you hold even more within your being. As you connect now with the higher parts of yourself that is only that. Yes, indeed, you know enough to know that love has always been the answer. Love will always be the answer. So who are those that can hold this love? Who are those that can amplify this love? Who are those who can radiate this love? And we say to you, beloveds, indeed it is the most personal thing. This love we speak of, that you radiate, that you can amplify, that you can trigger others. It is a communion between you and the love you hold, which is the love of the Creator. Indeed, as everything is interconnected, but at the same time, it's all very personal. And so we say to you to take the stance of this love that you hold on a very personal basis. talk and intend with this frequency, what is it that you can do to radiate more of this love? What is it that you can do to be more of this love in your day-to-day experiences as you walk a physical, mental, and emotional world? And we say to you, beloveds, it is this love that will take you on a journey. And it is an amazing journey when you tap into the fullness of who and what you are as pure, unconditional love. When you can reach that point where that supersedes, encompasses, incorporates all other aspects of your being that fall in line with this love that is undescribable in human terms. But at times you get glimpses of it or a sense of it. And we say to you, beloveds, it is a personal relationship, and we say, become intimate with the love that you hold. And as you become intimate with the love that you hold, as you develop it, as you integrate it, as you process it, it brings you on the journey of the fullness of the radiance that you are. It brings you on your highest path of the mastery, and it brings you into the highest of service that you can be. Be here now and feel this energy of this love moving in and through your physical, mental, and emotional body. Just by putting intention and attention on this highest frequency that permeates all things and is all things. Concentrated and focused on you personally right here, right now. For the love of you is profound and eternal. And this love now pours in from the highest parts of yourself, connected to the highest worlds, connected to the source. And it simply emanates love. It's simply emanating love. Just as you could see the most beautiful rose in your spiritual eye. Its life force is magnificent and radiant. It is the most beautiful, beautiful flower. You are just amazed with its radiance and its beauty. You take a moment and you focus on this red rose. For indeed, it is a red rose in the physical world of Gaia that comes close and near to the frequency of the love we speak of. Indeed, beloveds, we would tell you, if you truly want to become intimate with the love that you hold, to surrender to it totally and completely, to make this quantum in your continued service, one way is to get a red rose, to contemplate the beauty of a red rose. Indeed, this red rose has been a symbol for many things. in the pursuit of higher understanding and the unfoldment of consciousness. So we now work, beloveds, with this most magnificent red rose that you see in your spiritual eye that comes from the higher world, that comes from the paradise world. It comes in its purity of love. Clearly see this red rose in the fullness of its beauty, in the peak of its life force. Observe it carefully and see the radiance. Indeed, see the love that pours out of it, for it is love that created it. And it fills the senses, its beauty, its radiance, its life force. And indeed, it has the most beautiful, beautiful tone. It emanates the most beautiful fragrance. And you can see behind its structure the most beautiful geometries, all created by this love of the Creator, this love of the divine. Just simply being in its presence, you can feel, sense, and know the energy moving in and through and around you, lifting you up, making you more radiant, eternal. Its healing capacity is bar to none. And you inhale its fragrance. In fact, this love is so profound. You love this rose. You love this rose, for you feel the love it has for you, the connection between you and this most wonderful, admirable, magnificent rose, a creation of the divine, just as you are a creation of the divine. And the exchange taking place now is that of unconditional love in its most magnificent beauty, in its most magnificent peace and balance. As you stay within the radiance of this celestial rose, as you encompass its unshakable peace, its amazing glory, its perfect balance, bringing back once again the cosmic memory of being in this sublime frequency. You know this, you remember this, and you are so grateful to have this experience, a touch of it in this moment now. And as it continues, this communion and exchange of love, as you feel it, sense it, and know it, elevating you, expanding you, the symbol of love in many worlds. And here now, in the frequency we find ourselves, within this celestial rose, we now think of our Earth Mother together. We think of the Garden of Eden. We think of the many sublime, magnificent accomplishments upon the earth, using this frequency and allowing those to feel it, know it, experience it on a regular basis, timeless and boundless. Timeless and boundless. You know this. You remember this. And so now you must share this. It is to be shared. The love it emanates and holds must be shared. And so through you and your intention, thoughts, picture, you send this energy of the celestial rose around the world. You move it through the atmosphere of the sacred earth. Its fragrance moving through the atmosphere where all creatures, all life forms are touched by its fragrance and its great power of peace and a love that is unexplainable. You move the celestial rose and you move it into the hearts of those who have forgotten. You take the celestial rose and put it in the hearts of humanity. You take the celestial rose and put it into those who are suffering, into those who are in despair, for those who are in fear. You take the celestial rose and put it to each man, woman, and child. And you hold the frequency of this celestial rose as it emanates its healing radiation, emanation throughout the atmosphere of the earth. And you move it into the hearts of men, women, and children. You move this blessed grace of balance and healing and bring in the memory once again, the memory of Eden, the memory of the higher worlds, the memory into the consciousness of all the kingdoms of the sacred earth, moving the celestial rose into the belly of the earth, the celestial rose into the core of the earth, and all the guardians, moving it throughout the body of the earth and into the caverns of the earth, into all life forms within the earth, around the earth. And this celestial rose, holding the memory of unconditional love, sublime, perfect, joyful, undescribable, moving it through the root system of the great plants, the great and mighty trees, all life forms within the earth. The celestial rose, you move it throughout the entire earth. And you bring the rose to the surface. And you move it into the great oceans and the seas, into the lakes. You move it throughout all water. And you move it upon the surface of all the great continents, islands. You move this celestial rose because you know what it can do. You are the ones that steer it, move it, and amplify it. We move it now into all areas that may be out of balance. The topography, geography, from the top and in the center, where there is nowhere upon the earth that the emanation of the celestial rose is not. And as you see this celestial rose, as you have basked in its radiant light, you know you take the rose now and you bring it into your heart center for the amplification of the love that you hold, for the amplification of the love that you hold, for the amplification for the love that you hold. We emanate nothing but love. As we concealmently be in this state forever, as we hold a deep-seated peace and perfect balance, as we remember glimpses of this deep in our cosmic memory. We can use the symbol of this celestial rose to bring the sublime to ourselves, to our families, to our community, to our world. One more time, experience. Remember this. Think of the celestial rose before you go to sleep. Namo Yama Now, we prepare ourselves for the return. And slowly but surely, the energies begin to step down just by that thought. As we see the celestial rose and its radiance go back to its source, but the residue continues. We hold its energy into our hearts. Slowly but methodically, we will prepare ourselves to be back into the physical, mental, and emotional world, back fully into our body. Remembering this ultimate peace, this sublime experience that you can bring forth, the memory of the celestial rose. On the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake, and alert. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.